Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, The Diligent Doc. I'm Varsha Patel, and I'm back with another video on a somewhat interesting topic that I'm sure a lot of people may not relate to, but I'm here to try to change your mind about something that we all love and know dearly, which is television. So television is something that I, like everybody else, used to love watching. I mean, obviously it was entertainment, right? It's easy to watch a show, get roped into the storyline, feel connected to the characters of the show, and want to keep watching more and more. Television was obviously a way to unwind after a busy day at school or a busy day at work, and it was easy to get into the groove of spending hours watching TV at nighttime after dinner, just lying on the sofa and enjoying a good show. And in the last few years, obviously everybody knows that there has been some great TV out there. I mean, various shows that everybody talks about all the time. It's a thing, I get it. But in recent years, I really stepped away from watching a lot of TV for a number of reasons, and I'll talk about those here. When I was first a new mom with my young daughter, she often would go to sleep pretty early, around 7 p.m., and she would wake up quite early in the morning, before 7 a.m. And if I was up late watching TV and I had to get up early with her, or had to get up early just to go to work, because at that time my shifts were 7 a.m. start time, so I'd have to get there before 7 a.m. at the hospital, and I would work 12 hours. It would get pretty tiring pretty quickly to keep up with that pace. I mean, you all know how it feels to be sleep deprived and having to get through the day, and you're just exhausted and you're kind of going through the cycle over and over and over again, and it just became a way of life that I was not enjoying. Not to mention, I already knew what it was to be sleep deprived through medical residency. You don't get much sleep at all. You're up all night, you're getting paged all night, you're dealing with pretty stressful and critical patients all night long, and you don't get sleep. It's a very stressful and very sleep deprived 3 years that I had in medical residency. So once the residency was finished and I was able to actually enjoy my schedule more, and it was before having kids, I did spend quite a bit of time watching TV at night and unwinding with my husband. Like I said, after having my first child, I quickly came back to the realization, because once you go through that newborn phase and you go through that sleep deprivation all over again, man, I realized that, that was horrible. And once that kid starts sleeping through the night, you feel like gold again. I mean, it feels like magic to have a full night's rest, and I'm talking just 7 or 8 hours. So that really made me rethink how I was spending my evening hours, because having a good amount of sleep at night really set me up for working better and functioning better the next day. I would be a lot less irritable, I would be a lot less hungry for unhealthy foods and snacks, and I would just be able to honestly have more energy throughout the day to get everything done that you need to get done as a full-time working mom and physician. So I decided that watching a lot of TV at night was no longer in line with how I wanted to go about my daily life. Truly, the other problem with watching TV was that I would often, because I watch it so rarely, what I spend most of the time doing, honestly, is scrolling through all the different shows, reading all the trailers, maybe watching like the first few minutes of a show to see how it is. And I wanted to pick the best one, and how can you pick the best TV show out there? I don't know, but I always wanted to make that time worth my while, because I'm like, okay, well, I'm making time to watch TV. I want it to be good. I don't want to waste this time. But then I would waste like 45 minutes trying to find a show, and then I would just give up and go to sleep anyway. So it really didn't work out for me to continue that pattern of watching TV. We all know how easy it is to say, okay, I'm just gonna watch one episode, and quickly that one episode turns into 5. And honestly, 5 hours have gone by and it's now 2 a.m. and you're trying to go to sleep, having to then wake up at 6 a.m. to go to work the next day. It's just not suitable to my lifestyle at this point in my life. The other aspect of not wanting to watch so much TV at night and really prioritizing my sleep comes down to the concept of sleep hygiene. And ironically, this is a topic that I learned about in medical residency and something that I would often talk to my patients about. But sleep hygiene is the concept of making sure you have a good, quiet, restful space to sleep in at night to maximize the quality of the sleep that you get. So things included are having a dark room, having a very cool room with a temperature that's usually around 68 or 67 degrees if you can tolerate that level of coldness. But a cool room is really going to help you sleep better and get better quality sleep. making sure there's no television or light from a computer screen or your phone. And I'm gonna admit that phone part is the hardest part for me to get rid of, because my phone is my alarm, so it's always in my room at night when I sleep. I do have a regular alarm clock, but I haven't been using it. It's something I need to work on. So sleep hygiene is just setting up your space at night so that you can optimize your sleep for the night and feel your best the next day. And watching TV late into the night was the opposite of good sleep hygiene. So that's another reason I stopped doing that. Well, what about TV during the day or on weekends when I'm off? My kids monopolize the TV, so all that's on TV is Glitter Force and Cocomelon at this stage of my life, so I don't really watch TV during the day. And even if I try to sit down and watch TV, the kids are always wanting to do different things at different times, or we're out and about doing something outside anyway. So it doesn't happen even when I'm off or on vacation, honestly. The one time that I consistently got to watch TV or movies in the last 2 years was while I was on an airplane undisturbed. So it's okay. I don't really miss TV that much. I know that it is a good talking piece for a lot of people, that they commiserate over a good show. And sometimes I do miss out on that, but I honestly, it's not real life, so I don't care that much about missing TV shows. If it's something I truly, really want to watch, Never Have I Ever is on my list. I need to binge watch, and I will binge watch it because I don't have time to watch one episode every night. So I do need to plan a time to binge watch that whole season 4, because it's a show that I really love and really represents me as a South Asian on television. So I'm really excited about that show. Another reason I quit watching TV at night was because I developed the goal and the habit now of exercising in the early mornings. I've mentioned in previous videos that I love to work out early in the morning before work because I get it done. It's done for the day. I feel good about myself. I feel energized. I get my blood literally flowing, and it truly does give me energy and a sense of accomplishment right off the bat before the sun even comes up. And so I knew that in order to achieve that goal of getting up early, I really had to move my sleep time earlier so that I could get adequate sleep and feel rested. There's no way that I was going to stay up till 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning watching TV and then wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for a workout. I would be exhausted, and I would make myself ill if I did that long term. And it's just not sustainable to do that. So I'm all about things that are sustainable and what will help you to keep achieving those goals that you're going after. And getting adequate sleep is one of the #1 ways to do that. So you might be wondering how I escape reality or unwind if I don't watch TV or watch a lot of movies. So my way is I do it every day, honestly. I listen to audiobooks in the car on my way to or from work. I listen to podcasts. I like to read books occasionally when my eyes aren't so tired from the day and from just looking at a computer screen. So these are the ways that I enjoy storytelling without having to watch a screen. I also get, obviously, my social media fix now that I'm back on social media. So those are ways for me to kind of escape reality and enjoy someone else's reality, or maybe what they portray as our reality for a few moments. So TV isn't something that is the only way to escape reality and enjoy some downtime. If you're thinking about cutting down on the amount of TV that you watch, and maybe you're not at that point in your life, and that's totally fine. I mean, I get that people love watching television and movies, and it is a great source of entertainment, but something to think about is how much time are you spending being entertained versus how much time are you seeking out education or improving yourself or mastering your mind or becoming more disciplined or diligent. Those are the things that are really going to maximize your life and make you feel accomplished. I know there's that saying of the end of your life on your deathbed, are you going to say, I'm so glad I worked overtime or worked all those extra hours? I kind of think the same thing about TV. On your deathbed, are you going to say, I'm so glad I watched all those TV shows or got those TV shows in? Honestly, you're going to be thinking about the moments and experiences that you had in your life that brought you true pleasure and happiness. So seek those out more and do those instead. One quote I want to leave you with is a quote from the book The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. If you haven't read this or listened to it, I really recommend it. It's one of those self-help books that doesn't read like a typical self-help book. It's more of a narrative story, and it's just really well done. I enjoyed the whole thing. It would have been more useful to me, honestly, when I was younger because I wasn't always a 5 a.m. person, but I am now. But I still found it useful, entertaining, and very motivating. So the quote that he gives in this book says, "Victims have big TVs and leaders have big libraries." I'll I'll say that again. Victims have big TVs, leaders have big libraries. So if you want to improve your status and your success in life, if you want to improve your standing in life, seek out what is going to teach you, not what is going to entertain you. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, because there'll be many more to come. Thank you.